cautiously. Do I dare ask? Hey, Chuck, you got time for a Tech Tuesday? What? Nap time?
Yeah.
Dude, I can sleep anywhere, anytime. Now you see why I was afraid to approach him. Get barked at all the time. I left you alone like almost all last week. I barely even spoke to you just because you've had so much going on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It has been a tidal wave of work and doing what you can to get through it. Welcome guys to the channel. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. Tonight's ride segment is going to be a cut in of the song that we share each and every week as I'm at the Roscoe Village Corvette Show from this past weekend. So looking forward to sharing that with you tonight as well. And we do have some of your questions, so thanks for sending those in. We get to as many as we can each and time that we have the opportunity, thanks to him, to do a Tech Tuesday. I know, I just very cautiously, as you saw at the beginning of today's show, had to ask him, but that is kind of for real.
Yeah.
It really is. All right, buddy, what you got, man?
All
Thanks
right,
again, guys.
this one comes from Charles. It says, good day to Bishop Chuck, thank you, and Rick. Love your Tech Tuesday, wouldn't miss one. I have a Z51, a 21 Z51 Stingray, recently returning from St. Jude. Okay,
I'm sorry. Recently returning from St. Jude and what now?
Yeah, Corvette Caravan, and it was so hot I turned on the AC at 71, and it worked for some time. Then I noticed it getting warmer, and I turned it down. It didn't help. I turned it to 61 and auto. No cold air was blowing. The blower wasn't even functioning, barely airflow. After a night's rest, the AC worked fine for the remaining 4-hour drive. Took it to the dealer. No codes were evident. Chuck, what's your diagnosis? Thanks for your help. I mean, it could have been a couple of things. I probably would have took it off of auto and tried it in manual mode to see if the AC worked. It says the blower quit functioning. It has a temperature sensor inside the car, so once it comes to 71 degrees, it's probably going to shut the AC down until it gets below that, but you said it got warmer and it didn't change. With no codes, it's going to be kind of hard to figure out, but probably the first thing I would have done was kicked it out of auto mode and just tried to manually work the AC.
Yeah, and it's not making any noises like mine was when you changed out that compressor, so it's certainly not anything like, like that.
You could have this sensor going bad that tells the AC system what the internal temperature of the car is. That's why, like I said, I'd probably took it out of automotive or out of auto mode, just tried it in manual. Okay. See what happens.
Yeah, good suggestion. Thanks for watching, guys. Here's one from Joe in California. He says, Rick, you and Chuck are a treasure to the Corvette community. Very kind of you guys. We do get a lot of those compliments, and it means a lot to us. It really does, more than you know. I discovered you just farting around on YouTube. I've always been a Hellcat Mopar guy, but you did inspire me to switch brands, and now I have a white Stingray on order out here in California that I haven't received yet. Also has me thinking about Z06. I watch all the videos, and I love the beautiful ride segment. A couple of quick questions. Who sings the music for that segment? That's actually Anna Yvette. Can't wait to see you again. We've had a couple of people, not many, just a couple guys complain about that song, but it is kind of a staple house for the show, and you can't wait to see you again really is the message to you guys. We can't wait to see you again, whether it's here on the channel or in person. Right. Second question is, what color is your side skirt, and where did you get those? I have a carbon flash side skirt, so it matches all the other carbon flash pieces on the car, and it's the Z06 style one that I got from ACS Composite. Fantastic. I got many other pieces from ACS that I love on the car. I love the color of your C8. Thank you so much. If I get down to a Z06, I'm going to have to give you a call. Joe, thanks for that, and thanks for watching the channel.
This one comes from gentleman Dogman 816.
All right.
Says, hey, Rick and Chuck, thanks for all you both do for the Corvette world. The wealth of information you provide is priceless. I know dealers that are completely clueless regarding operation of the C8 as well as the maintenance. With that being said, here we go. All right, a couple episodes ago, Chuck, on Tech Tuesday, Chuck spoke of changing the fluid in the DCT. He started by saying he was doing a DCT service / fluid exchange and flush. Then he corrected himself, stating fluid change, we really don't do the flush.
Yeah, this is very confusing.
Yes. Good
topic to revisit one more time.
I believe in the past I've heard fluid change and flush as close to 7,500 miles as possible. If the flush is not done at 7,500 miles, when it's done, Chuck spoke about having to connect the C8 to the computer to perform the flush. Okay, this goes back to terminology, and it's really just kind of a breakdown. What you want to do before the 7,500 mile service is have the DCT filter replaced, the transmission topped off, and an oil change. Right. That's it. But before you do that, yes, you're supposed to hook up the computer with service information and a Tech 2, which is a piece of equipment that we use at the dealerships. And GM does what they call a fast flush, but it's not flushing, taking out fluid and putting fluid in. It's taking all the fluid in the transmission and running it through that DCT filter before you change it.
Catching more debris.
Catching as much debris as you can, then you take it out. They just call it a fast flush in the computer system, but it's not any fluid exchange or anything like that. So yes, it's considered a fast flush, but really all it's doing is taking all the fluid in the transmission, running it through that DCT filter just before you replace it. Then you take the one out that just caught all the debris, right, replace it with a new one, you're good to go. As far as the transmission fluid exchange, that's done every 3 years.
Or 45,000 miles.
Yes.
Under normal driving conditions.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then there again, that's not a flush. There's no machine you can hook up like you could in prior model years, a transmission flush machine.
Right.
It's basically just a drain and fill. But the bare part about that is where they put the fill plug, it's nearly impossible to get the fluid back in. But yeah, you're just draining well, if you don't have the 2 liters put in, you're draining, I think it's basically 9 liters out and putting 9 liters back in. So,
and I know people, we joke and tease about it, but we're going to have to continue to revisit the DCT, service issues and questions. And this is a good question, and I'm glad you went back over that, because there's people getting cars that are used. There's people that are new to the market that are getting new cars. No one's really explaining, when do I do my first oil change? Us old school guys want to change that oil 500 miles.
Right.
Okay. You're wasting money at that point, though. Let the technology work for you. So really adhere to a lot of those services that GM have set up for you, and you should be fine. But we'll continue to answer the we'll continue to answer the DCT questions.
I have to agree with the first part of his statement.
What's that?
There's a lot of dealers out there that are clueless.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, there are.
It's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, but we're honored to be here with you guys, and because we are old school guys, we have no problem just kind of telling it like it is. And I think that's why we enjoy conversing with each other as well as you guys here on the channel. So thank you again for watching. Here's one from Rob in Rhode Island. It says, Dear Rick and Chuck, I've seen DIY videos of insulating the rear trunk by removing the panel. They claim it lowers the temperature by 30 degrees. They state it's a lot worse in the HTC, the hardtop convertible. Is this a good idea, or is it interfering with GM's engineering? There's nothing wrong with cooling down that cargo area, whether it be the front or the back, nothing at all. There's other areas that heat can escape, so you're not hurting that whatsoever. I think that is a really good idea, in fact. And probably GM's probably watching you guys do that, and I expect them to either offer an accessory or just start doing it themselves. That's usually where they get a lot of ideas, is from you guys.
All right, this one comes from Jeff, and it's another DCT question. Says, hope you're feeling better. First of all, thank you for all the effort you put in this channel. It is without doubt the best Corvette channel on YouTube. The information you and Chuck provide is unlike anyone else.
Wow, thank you.
My question for Master Chuck, and I hate to ask another DCT question, but hopefully this is informative to others wondering the same. I'm coming up on 3 years of ownership and need to do the transmission fluid replacement. I've added the 2 extra liters, he's got quarts, when new. When they do the fluid replacement, which I know is from a machine, which is not from a machine, we just covered that in the previous question, can it be set to replace the 2 extra liters, or do I have to add it again? Unfortunately, no, there's no way that you can add that 2 extra liters except from the top of the transmission. So, I mean, at the fill plug, basically what you're doing with the extra 2 liters is you're going 2 liters above the original fill plug. So yeah, you can't just do it. Like I said, there's no machine to do a transmission fluid exchange on those. There's nowhere to hook them up.
Don't you get some big tube in your...
Yeah, I've got a suction tube that I pump it back in manually.
Oh, yeah. Dude, and you got to
Yeah.
I think you got to bench press 300 pounds to be able to use that damn thing. I mean, my
Well, the
gosh.
problem is you're putting in 9 liters, so
And
you're doing it 9 times.
I mean, I've seen you do it, and you're like, man, I'm so tired. Man, it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it
but
really
on
is.
like I said, the only way to get the extra 2 liters back in is from the top of the transmission, which you got to pull the back apart, take the air cleaner out, get the copper plug out, and add the 2 extra
If
liters
they
back
just
in.
move that fill button just a little bit,
2 inches.
and you wouldn't have to do that, right?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's
But
crazy.
yeah, if you have it done in a dealer, unless you put the fluid in yourself, you'll have to pay to have the 2 extra liters put back in.
Okay. Thanks again for watching, guys. This is from the 917 area code. Robert, we talked about this question. We did our Sunday Tech Tuesday. Chuck wasn't here, so that's why I want to bring it back up again in hopes that he has some direction for this gentleman. He's got a 23 Z06, 530 miles on it. The rear trunk lid will not open with the key fob or by the button in the door. He does not have the lock cylinder, as you know, behind the license plate. Any tips how to get that hatch open? We talked about this with the guy with the front trunk, and you talked about the wheel well and finding the emergency cable because that guy's cable broke. Situation with the guy in the back. How the heck do you do that?
Well, according to General Motors, and I've seen this in what they call an emerging issue in our training, they covered this. They say there's 2 ways to do it. I don't recommend the first one. The one way they say is if you've got a convertible, is to put something in between the convertible and the convertible top and try to pry up and go in through the seal.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Okay.
The other way, unfortunately, is to pull the right rear wheel, pull the right rear inner fender well, and then if you look up in there, there'll be a rubber grommet about this big around that the wiring harness goes through. According to General Motors, you're supposed to carefully punch that wiring grommet out, which will give you a hole access this big into that trunk area. And then with a coat hanger or some sort of rod, reach up in there and grab. Everybody knows you got the escape handle if somebody gets locked in the rear.
Oh, the emergency thing, the glowing thing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Reach up in there with something and pull that to get it to release. That's the only other way to do it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
And the unfortunate part about that is everybody needs to keep in mind if that rear latch does need replaced, the bumper has to come off.
All right. Thanks again for the question. Hopefully, Rob, that you're watching and by now you've had that resolved. If not, I hope this helps somebody else that's watching and that situation happens to pop back up. Stuff always seems to pop up on these cars.
Yeah.
If you're driving them, that's just the nature, all right? I mean, I got to check engine light on, I got to service hood latch, but hey, I'm still driving it. Eventually, I'll get it in here and we'll share some more stuff with you guys, talking about track alignment and things like that closer to July 4th. So stay tuned to this channel. All right, guys, it's our first official show with the trailer with my buddy Ryan. It's good to have Ryan here. Welcome to Coughlin, Ohio. This is the Roscoe Village Corvette Show. All right, thanks for watching the channel, guys. Time now for your beautiful rides. All these rides from the Roscoe Village Corvette Show. Ryan and I love the C5 Corvette. They're everywhere here today at Roscoe Village.
If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one. And I can't wait to see you
What interior? Is this the new gray interior?
That's the Artemis interior.
Really?
That's a 24.
That's a 24?
Yeah.
They already did all this to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. First time I had a chance to see the new Artemis interior on a 24. That's on, we see it on the Cacti. This is on a black Z06.
It looks pretty good.
It actually looks pretty hot. Wow. Lots of carbon fiber too, man. I like it. Look at these wheels. Jesus.
I can't wait. is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty clean though.
Yeah, it is. I'd buy it. Oh. Where's the owner? I got my checkbook with me. Let's go. Ryan thinks I'm teasing.
It's a 427. It's the 06. Crazy.
And I didn't understand that you were the one. And I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait.
Look at this. I love the project cars. Callaway. Ooh, look at this. Yours? His. Nice car. Ryan actually rode in this car.
And I didn't understand that you were the one. And I can't wait to see you
again. Hey, real quick before we leave, Butchie told us an interesting fact about his license plate. What's your license plate?
It's the raffle ticket number of the drawing I had.
That you won?
Yeah.
The raffle ticket number right there. Oh, that's great. Way to go, man. Nice job. Now that's pretty cool. Okay, I just realized that's like a live, real lizard right there.
That's my partner.